So I won't be attending MAGFest 2022, and it's for several reasons. First, it's the strict mask and vaccination mandate, and from my previous my previous videos on my another channel, which is known as the Ministry of Otaku, that I see these vaccine mandates as discriminatory against blacks and Hispanics, and I see mask mandates as discriminatory against people who have traumatic incidents with masks, and those who have sensitive face sensitivity issues with wearing masks. I cannot bear wearing masks 14 hours a day, and seriously, it makes any convention that is meant for escapism a dystopian experience. I said this before with Oricon 2021, and I will say this again for Oricon for MAGFest 2022, and to a certain extent Katsucon 2022. And even if vaccinated, I cannot in good conscience give my private medical information to anyone other than my doctor. I take privacy very seriously, and this day and age is now more important than ever. Now, if you have not seen my Oricon 2021 video, which I gave the reasons I'm not attending, go see that video. Another reason is that the price of a badge has jumped from $80 to $110, and I cannot, in good conscience, pay $110 to wear a mask 14 hours a day. I mean, I would have come and support the convention if they were all hell-bent on making up for lost time by operating as normal and maybe grant actual exemptions of these mask mandates by law. But instead, they just want to cater to a certain extent, a certain attendee base that loves lockdown culture and mask culture. And I cannot in good conscience pay $110 to wear a mask 14 hours a day. I just can't. Conventions are there for escapism and being with other people. And I cannot do that with wearing a mask 14 hours a day. I just can't. Literally, I can't. And another reason why I'm not attending is because of the fact that all the expo rooms will be closed from 4 a.m. to 8 a.m. despite the fact that these heavy hygiene methods won't work. They don't work in the long run, and people will still get Corona-chan anyway. They'll get Corona-chan anyway. Look at MANYC, and they started the new hysteria over this variant that's discovered late last year. And I see from Twitter, when I check out MAGFest, and there's no real excitement. There's no real excitement over the convention. There's no real joy in going through. It's just people who are hysterical over Corona-chan, over this new variant. They have been canceling their trips, selling their badges, selling their hotel rooms, and also a good portion of the guests, especially John St. John, the voice actor of Duke Nukem, which has not been in MAGFest since 5-7 years. He has not been to a MAGFest convention in a long time, for almost about a decade, I think. And he actually canceled. He's vaccinated. He's been wearing masks, but still, despite the fact that he's already vaccinated and mask wearing as a old person, he decided to cancel. And that's his right, that's his choice. I mean, why would I attend a convention that is merely a shell of itself? Why should I? Well, I can save my money and go to any convention that wants to operate as normal. And unfortunately, that means traveling to the Midwest or South for these conventions. I mean, it's terrible. You got anime conventions that are back, but they are shells in themselves. Little shells in themselves. And I would be miserable seeing the state of MAGFest for 2022. It's not the same, and I'll be basically paying more for less services and for a more dreary experience. I remember having going to MAGFest, and once the expo areas are open and the arcade is open around 3 p.m. or 5 p.m., the convention is basically operating 24/7 until closing time on Sunday at 5 p.m. Now, it's going to be a lot different, boring, miserable, and it's not worth me paying $110 for a base badge. Now, if you want to register in person, you have to pay $125 for 4 days. The price is not worth the cost and benefit analysis of this. It's not worth it. For me, it's not worth paying $125 or $110 for a convention that is a shell of itself. And I did not mention the arcade portion. Tokyo Attack Arcade has since been defunct since September 2020 due to the government response to Corona-chan. So the arcade will be a lot different and bleak. And there are other vendors and there are other arcade providers that are pulling out due to the variant hysteria, despite they being vaccinated. It's not worth the cost of me attending this convention. Or possibly Katsucon. I won't be attending Katsucon 2022 either because these imposed mandates. I just can't. I mean, why waste my money only to not enjoy the experience, where you can actually take a proper vacation and possibly cosplay as a normal person in any other state that is back to normal. Seriously, this is Jake speaking. I hope you have a good day.